What's up, guys? This is Sam from SwordStyle Guitar, coming to you from East Harlem, New York, bringing to you a lesson today about discipline and what it means as a guitar player. Discipline, perseverance, steadfastness are all characteristics that you must develop in order to be a successful musician. To be a successful musician, you need these because there will be countless times where you feel like you're not getting the results you want fast enough. You're not improving fast enough. So you're gonna feel like your efforts are fruitless. You're gonna feel like you're not improving as much as you were at one point. So you're gonna want to quit. Switch to a different instrument. Maybe this hobby isn't for me. You're also gonna make excuses, like say, there's not enough time in my day. I'm too stressed. I may not even want to continue with this instrument. And these are very, very common excuses, and you need to learn to recognize that they're just excuses, and you need to continue to push past them with your discipline. What discipline basically means is the ability to, it's a skill, and it's a skill that allows you to push through times when you don't feel like you want to do what it is you've dedicated your life's purpose to doing. My opinion on this is you need to follow a few different tips that I'll give you in order to be successful. One is you need to understand and research there's two basic types of people in terms of discipline. And the first type of person is the person who is a quitter. Basically, they're the type of person who will generally start something. They'll gain a ton of. They'll really improve very, very quickly because, when you start something brand new, you go from nothing to something very, very quickly, and it's very exciting, and you feel great, and you can show off what you've done to your friends. But then that wears out, and you plateau, and you become frustrated with what you're doing because you're not improving to the degree that you were in the beginning. So you've created a habit of quitting when you get to that point. And people who are quitters are generally very, very unhappy people in their lives because they don't live with their purpose in mind. They just continue to go through hopping from thing to thing, trying something, but never really doing it well, which is what we all want. And the second person is somebody who gets to a plateau, and they struggle, and they struggle, and they struggle, and they fight it left and right, and then they eventually break past it. My second tip is what I would say is model successful people. If you want to be a shred guitar player, model Steve Vai, model Joe Satriani, model Yngwie Malmsteen, model whoever the big guys are now. There used to be a guy, Rusty Cooley, he could pick 10,000 notes in a second. He could melt your face off with the sheer volume of notes. Figure out what he did, look up his interviews, and model his success, because he hit those same plateaus that you're going through, and he struggled and struggled and struggled, and he found a way to get to the next level. And he's basically done the work for you. If you just look it up, you can then steal his information and do that work for yourself and get to the next level. The third tip about perseverance, steadfastness, determination, discipline, is make things a habit. If you make things a habit, I'll put it to you like this. If you are a clean person, let's say that you are the type of person who is, this is probably easier to relate to. I know I've been there. Let's say that you are a messy person, and you are the type of person who, when you come home, you walk in the house with your shoes on, and then you just walk into your bedroom, you take off your shoes there, you drop your bag, and then you go and sit down. You leave that bag and your shoes by your bed, and you take a bowl in and you eat from the bowl, and then you leave it there. Well, pretty soon you're going to get really pissed off with how your apartment looks, and you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? I'm so pissed off at myself for doing this. Well, think about how easy that was for you to do that. Think about how ingrained that was. You didn't even think about it. You just start walking straight to your bedroom, take off your shoes, and then you're going to get a cup of, yogurt or cereal or popcorn or whatever you eat. And it's just natural. It's just a part of your life. So I would say that it's just as easy to make a good habit of that. And I'm sure many of you have really great habits that are totally ingrained in your life. I'm just giving you a relatable example because, this is a country where we really enjoy junk food, and, junk food makes you lazy, so that's just why I said that, but it could be anything. It could be brushing your teeth at a certain hour. The point is that what I tell people who think they don't have a lot of time, or who think that they don't have the energy, or think that they don't have the drive to become really good at guitar, what I would say to them is that you have 15 minutes in a day, right or wrong. You have 15 minutes where you could, replace what you're currently doing with something to assist you in getting better in music. So instead of doing whatever it is that you're doing, I don't know what you do at home, everybody's different, but instead of doing that, why not make a commitment to yourself for every day for 28 days, you are going to set this time aside to go sit in the same spot in your house and practice what I've given you to practice. Or practice whatever it is that you're practicing on the guitar at the same place in your house with the same instrument at the same time every day. Or if that's not possible, just make it a consistent thing to do it every single day, depending on your schedule, for an allocated amount of time. And if you want to play more after that, that's fine, but be sure to practice for that amount of time on, things that you're working on. And after 28 days, you'll find that it's so easy to stick to that habit because you've ingrained it. By 28 days, humans get a new habit ingrained. That is why there's millions of programs out there about the 30-day habit. Get a new life in 30 days because they're creating a habit, and it works. Now, the fourth step is being able to push through those times where you feel like you're not getting what you need emotionally out of your progress. Believe it or not, everything in life regarding how you play and everything, musician-wise and any other aspect of your life, is directly related to how much pain and pleasure you get out of it. So if you're busting your hump every day, and you're doing the same exercise, you're working on the same material, you feel like it's dragging on, and you're not playing like Pat Metheny yet, you will probably start to feel like, what am I doing this for? And you'll feel like that for a while, and you'll feel like you're getting burnt out. My suggestion to you at this point is, do not burn yourself out. You should then incorporate what I've told you about modeling. You should then go look at what somebody else is doing, like a famous guitar player who you most idolize. Maybe you can go out and see them play live, or maybe you can find something new and inspiring about them that you didn't do at first. And then you can look up their interviews, read their autobiographies, and seek guidance from other people about how you can better get to that next level. So use the modeling to break out of that feeling of like, oh my god, this again, you know, I'm so sick of this. Where you're playing and you're just like da 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 da, and you're just like, oh my god, not again. This is killing me. You get to that point, and everybody does. It's just the way it is. It's called plateauing. You get it, you know, working out. You get it being a musician. You get it in school. You get it at work. You get really bored. So what I say is find out what the masters are doing. Oh no, I just stepped in. Find out what the masters are doing and model it, because that, you know, they're the ones who went through it. They're the ones who got to that mastery level, and you need to too. The fifth thing that I would say is so important to being dedicated is get with other people. You know, watch that relationship video that I had mentioned. Get around other people who are at a better level than you. If you're doing this by yourself, or you're just hanging around people who like settle for mediocrity in life, you know, that's no good, and you will fall into these plateaus a lot faster. If you're with other people who push you and really make you work hard, you will definitely rise above that, and you know, you'll push each other. You'll push each other, especially if you're with the type of personality that's very persistent and very goal-oriented and does not settle for less. So, you know, that is a primer, because believe me, being disciplined is an everyday thing. Every day there's so much that comes between you and achieving what you've set out to do for that day that I can't possibly create enough information on the subject. But I will make a series of videos about it when I'm a little bit less beat up and tired. So, you know, with that, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everybody that's been viewing my videos. Click subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.